All right, so Rainier, we know him once you know Ruben long enough, we always are going to have some type of Ruben story.
Okay.
What is one Ruben story that you can tell since you've known him for a year and a half now?
Always the baseball. Always the Mets. Mets. Go Mets.
It's always heartbreak,
Yeah,
right?
always the Mets. Yeah.
That's actually really funny. He knows you better than you thought, right? Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Chris Tutela. Today, I am alongside my good friend, colleague, co-host,
Ruben Borges.
but not only are we alongside Ruben Borges today, we have a very special guest on the show, our main man, our longtime TTS family member, Rainier Diego.
Yeah.
Rainier.
Yeah.
Man.
Welcome to the show, my man.
Thank you for having me over here.
You're very welcome, dude. Thank you so much for taking your time to come on and make your way over here.
Anything for the family.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. It means a lot. So, you've been training here now for the last, year and a half, right?
Yes.
Okay. And for the people at home, Rainier, how old are you?
I'm 55 right now. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be 56.
You'll be 56.
July 22nd.
All right. Beautiful. Beautiful. So,
Happy early birthday.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Happy birthday, man. And look, you're 55 years old. You look fantastic. Now, before you were training here, let's talk about what got you here in the first place. Like, what were you doing prior to working out here a year and a half ago?
I used to go to Blink. I tried retro fitness. I went there, had a trainer, not happy. I went to Blink because they're a little cheaper. I had a trainer, it didn't work out also.
Okay.
Then started losing weight. Then Matt O'Grady kind of introduced me to this one. He said, "Hey, why don't you try the gym?"
Matty Ice. We miss you, Matty Ice.
Yeah, to tell the training. He said, "Hey, let me hook me in and I will try."
Okay.
And I walk in on that
Orientation.
Hey, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
Hey, well.
I don't think I'm gonna be here till I quit. Yeah, till I'm done. Yeah.
Until you tap out.
Yeah.
Right. 90 years old, that's when you'll be
Yeah.
done.
I'll be happy though. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. So before you came here, you were working out at Blink. What kind of stuff were you doing? Like, were you training? Were you working out your entire life, or was that something that you started to do later in life? What's your experience working out?
Well, when I was younger, I had this like a spring bar that I do this, that I bend to work over the back.
Right.
That I've never lift weights.
Incredible Hulk style.
Yeah, Incredible Hulk
Bending
style.
bars.
Never lift weights. Then when I kind of started late already. When I joined retro fitness, mainly I'm concentrating more about the arms.
Right.
The mirror muscles.
Yeah, middle muscle, like
Yeah,
that,
that's what we see there.
that's what I see about. I don't care about the chest or the back or the abs. That's all.
Right,
only
right.
the arms.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, because I know I don't, because I don't feel anything.
Right. Okay. So once you started training here with us, would you say that this is the most consistent you've been, like with an exercise program?
Oh yes,
Okay.
definitely, 100% yes.
All right. And what would you say, like the main differences have been here that have kept you on the right track and kept you training the past year and a half?
Well, with the help of you guys, the way you coach us, especially me, telling me the right stuff to do, the right form. It doesn't matter if you lift heavy or you lift less, but the right form to get all the muscles working.
Right.
And to touch up on that, because I know, Rainier, when you came in, you were hungry. You were
I was,
ready to
yeah.
go.
Yeah,
And
I
I
was,
know
yeah.
there were some times, Coach and I, it'd be a certain lift. You're like, hey, maybe let's just back off, or let's work this introduction to the lift. So let's just say a back squat. We had to do a goblet squat just to get the movement down. And I almost feel like with the look, it would be like hesitant. You'd be like, all right. You were listening. And then I remember after the first month, you would just kind of be like, all right, let's see, what do we got here? And you kept doing it, and then little by little, your progress was just developing. And I just think you were extremely coachable. And then when we would tell you, like, hey, goblet squat, hey, now let's go up and weight, you would do it, and we'd be like, yeah, how does that feel? It does feel a lot better.
Yeah, because when I started over here, when I see all the other guys like Lenny Mack, and some other guys, and said, if they can do it, I can do it too.
Guys that were around
they
your
give me
age.
some motivation, like, hey, with whatever these guys can do, probably I can lift also, knowing I have some limitations. So I say, hey, let me try.
Yeah.
That was when I was starting, trying to do this, and the others doing these different things. And come on, give me something. Give me something challenging. Let me try it, and I'll tell you if it's for me or not.
Yeah, and for credit, you were patient, and then it got to a point. All right, we're ready. Let's do it. And then now you're doing it, and then before you know it, I know Coach and I would see you like, man, you're getting lean and mean, it's getting dangerous, got the shades out. I saw the confidence build, but very impressive overall how your physique has changed. And I don't know, Coach, just talk about that. How much do you credit just since coming here being confident? Your overall, obviously your strength, but even your physique. Have you seen a lot of change?
I got stronger since the day when I joined. Remember when I was doing the push-ups, I'm using a dumbbell because I cannot do the floor.
Yeah, because you had an issue with his wrist.
I had an issue with my wrist.
He can't put his wrist into extension, so what was the actual issue? You had surgery on that? Right?
I had an accident back in '86, like a vehicular accident in the Philippines. I kind of broke my wrist, and the Philippines, knowing the technology back then in 1986, didn't do my right hand the right way.
Right.
So I had
96 or 86?
86. 86. Yeah. You weren't even born yet.
Yeah. I was just born.
You were just born. 86.
87. I was born.
Yeah. So they didn't do the right surgery, so I had to deal with it for the rest of my life. I cannot bend my arm. You could see this is the farthest I can go with my right hand.
Right.
That's why I cannot do the push-ups on the floor. If you guys see me during the push-ups challenge
that you do.
I need to do incline, or I need to do it with the dumbbells.
Right. And just like that, a simple modification like that allows you to do the exercise, right? Like so, and that's something that we constantly preach on this show and try to let people understand. Like, just because you have some type of limitation or injury there doesn't mean that you have to cut those exercises out entirely. You can make a modification to it, do the same exact exercise, but now just you're doing it with a different technique, a different grip, whatever, and that now makes that exercise a lot safer and a lot more beneficial for you, where you could still do it.
Yes.
Right? And I think a lot of people kind of they worry about that, and they're a little bit frustrated that they can't do something, but just because you can't do it the way that putting your palms on the floor, it doesn't mean you can't do the exercise.
Right,
and that's something that we like to spread that message with a lot of people. Now, how did you feel, like Rube was just saying, when you first came in here, were you really against making modifications? Did you want to just do whatever you saw? Like, for instance, if we had a barbell back squat program, and you saw guys squatting with a straight bar on their backs, was that something that you were like, oh man, I wish I was doing that? Or were you okay up here making the modifications?
No, I wish I could do that.
You wish you had?
Of course, yeah. Whatever the guys do, I want to try the same thing.
Right. But then, now that you've been here for a year and a half, how do you feel about that?
Good thing Ruben get me going to the beginning, whatever the beginner's way of
the goblet squat.
Squats. Kind of get me stronger, get me in the right form. Now, when I lift, I can lift better.
And let me ask you this question: how do you feel now versus the way you did a year and a half ago?
Stronger.
Right.
I'm stronger, better.
Do you feel better?
Yes.
All right. So that's my whole point. Is like you're going to make progress. You're going to get stronger. You're going to feel better. You can make those modifications now. And at 55 years young, you got to be smart about what you do in the gym, right? So for all of you older lifters out there, understand that. Be okay with that. Even your older meatheads, guys who've been training forever, understand that making those modifications, you could still get strong, you can still pack on muscle, and just doing it in a different way.
Yeah, like what you told me. I mean, when you saw me doing the safety bar squat, and then you told me don't go heavy. I don't care if you carry 10 pounds, as long as you do the right thing, and then you do more reps.
Right.
That's kind of compensated. So it's kind of stick out of my mind. So I'm not gonna go crazy lifting 225. Then I'm gonna tomorrow I'm gonna be dead.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And one thing you got really good with that. Now in the beginning, totally respected like that whole competitive nature. Like you see, like I want to do that too. Let's do it. I'm like, cool. He's hungry. But you learned how, like, all right, let's do it. You tell me what I got to do, and let's do that. And you started getting stronger with the variations we were giving you. Sometimes you went into what everyone else was doing. But overall, when you started doing that, and one thing I noticed, and Coach and I noticed, Yeah, we kept bothering with it. We would see it, dude, Rainier, what the hell's going on here? And you saw the muscle gains come.
Yep.
And that was because you just started progressing at whatever exercise you were doing. You were following the technique. And you were saying, picking the weights, like Coach was saying, picking a good weight that you can do with good quality and just kind of either doing more reps or maybe controlling the tempo. You saw great progress with that. And that's one thing, shout out to you. I mean, you came in, kept looking leaner and meaner every single month. And one thing you do, you're very consistent as well.
Oh, he never misses.
Never.
Hey,
Only when he goes on vacation.
Right. I'm trying not to miss anything.
Yeah.
When I commit myself, I try not to. I want to be 100% to be there all the time.
Yeah.
And not because I pay for it. I don't care about that, but more like I want to be because I want to get myself better.
Right.
I can next year I'm going to go to a high school reunion. I want to tell myself, hey, look at me.
Hey, his shirt is coming off. His shirt is coming off on the dance floor.
I can go there and do this. And I come on, do this.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about commitment for a second. Because I think a lot of times people neglect investing in themselves when it comes to their health and when it comes to their fitness. Yeah. Now, this is something that you've now stuck with for a year and a half. What advice would you give people who are struggling to stay consistent, but they're like, I don't know, I don't want to spend X amount of dollars per month or whatever. I don't want to invest in myself. Maybe it could be a meal prep service or something like that, where they're like, I don't have time to cook. And then I'll say, well, what about a meal prep service? Like, I don't want to spend money on that. Like, to me, my message is to always invest in yourself, and especially with this is your health, this is your life, your quality of life. What advice would you give to people who are kind of sitting on the fence about making that investment or taking that step to finally invest in themselves?
Well, the first thing I'm going to tell, don't think about the money. Everything will pay for itself. If you think about the money, the first thing going to come to you like, I can do this. It's too much in my pocket. I have so much bills to pay.
Right.
No, you shouldn't be thinking about that. You should be thinking about yourself, how to be healthy. Because especially me, I'm not getting younger anymore, and whatever I invest in myself, it's gonna pay off. Then later on.
Right.
And another thing, you need to be disciplined.
Yeah.
You should have a determination. When you tell to yourself, I will do this, you have to do it.
Right.
You cannot be like, I'll do this and tomorrow you quit. You stop.
Right.
If you start dieting, you do it now. You're not gonna do it, I'm dieting today, then tomorrow I'm not, then you're gonna diet again, then you're gonna complain, I had a big belly,
right.
My back is hurting, my shoulder's hurting. That's what's all the complaint.
Right.
Because I have some office mates, I have some co-workers, I have some friends that tell me, hey, how you do that? You're losing weight, you're losing your belly. Hey, diet. They see me preparing my food, the food that I bring to the office, almost the same food every day. I eat eggs, I eat salmon, I have turkey. I have quick oats every morning. Hey, that's me. I want to be healthy.
Yeah, right.
I'll tell them if you want to do the same thing, just approach the right person to do it.
Right. No, that's fantastic. Mm-hmm. It's something that I always preach, and if you follow me on Instagram, like it's something that I always say is, invest in yourself. Like, and that's. I think it's important on so many levels, whether you're a business owner, invest in yourself to learn about business. If you want to, like for me in martial arts, like I'm not going to teach myself jiu-jitsu. I can't go on YouTube, try to figure it out, and then start rolling around with my pillow and try to figure this shit out. Like I need to be there getting taught by somebody else. And I think that's kudos to you for doing that, because later in life you said, hey, you know what, I have to get my health in check, I need to get stronger, and I'm going to invest in me. And you even did some higher level programs. Here you did our Game Changer program. Talk about that for a minute. Like as far as your nutrition goes, like that was something that you kind of tapped into, not only more of the nutrition side and physical transformation, but a lot of the emotional transformation, mental, and all that. So talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, the Game Changer, I'm really glad you encouraged me to join the Game Changer. I'm kind of hesitant to do that on the very beginning, because when you told me about how much it's going to cost you, I said, okay, I started counting that in my head. I said, oh, come on, what the heck is it? Money's money, you can earn it back. So good thing I joined that. But the nutrition, as far as concerned, when you told me, okay, this is diet you're going to do, if you want to lose the belly fat,
right?
When you want to get lean and muscular, you have to do this. it's hard to do because again, you need to find time to do it.
Yeah.
The first thing you need to go grocery shopping and all these things that as much as possible you rather sleep
Right.
or rest than doing all this kind of thing. It kind of give me like come on. If you sign up to this one, you need to be on it.
Right.
And that the diet they gave me until now, I'm still using it.
And that's the most fantastic thing, and that's why I brought that up, because that's a perfect example. It's like, okay, I made another investment in myself. One time, boom. Okay, now I'm in this, and but I have this information and this knowledge for life to continue. You know what I mean? And when you and I had a conversation last week, or it was this week.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah, last week, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
I said to you, like, how's your nutrition? You're like, I'm still following the same type of nutritional protocol that we made, the adjustments that we made. When was that? A year ago, maybe?
Yes.
Or almost a year ago?
Almost a
You know
year,
what I mean?
yeah.
And you're still doing that because we worked on developing the right habits and all that stuff too. So, Coach, I don't know if you have anything you want to add about that too.
To touch up with the game changer, like Coach preaches, we all preach here. It's not a quick fix. Like
No, it's not.
It's a way of life.
Yeah.
It's a way of daily living, and every guy that I see that leaves a game changer and then sticks with it, I mean, they're getting stronger, they're getting more confident. Like everything keeps progressing because it's not a quick fix. It's a day of life. It's a way of life to continue that structure, that habit that's enjoyable.
Right.
I mean, you're loving life, you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
Loving the lean, mean muscle gains and everything like that, right? Yeah.
Everybody that joined the game changer, they can relate to this, to my experience.
Yeah.
Everybody that lost weight, they got better, they got leaner, they got gained more muscle. Yeah, they know what I've been through. It was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough in the very beginning because that 8 weeks to come to think of it, it's not a long week.
Right.
Long weeks to do that, but come on. I need to be determined to do it.
Yeah.
To touch up on that, you were saying now it was just you kind of getting started. You're like, man, it's 8 weeks. First couple days, like, man, I got to do shopping and everything. And it seemed like, how long would you say it took you to like finally like, all right, I can do this. I can go shopping on this day. I'll meal prep on this day. This and that. It was like the first week the hardest, and then after that you.
Yeah, the first is always the hardest. Yeah.
Mhm.
Then the following weeks, it's kind of nothing.
Yeah,
Just
it's basically just 1 week. Just get started.
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
And that's something too, like to touch on, like you said, this is a way of life. And most people out there will look at some type of diet program or something like that, and they'll try a diet for a couple days, 30 days, 60 days, whatever it is. They'll lose weight, but then they boom, rebound and put it all right back on. And the biggest part of that is because we're not addressing the internal issues that have led you to down that road in the first place, right? And we're not addressing the habits that we have to now create in order for you to really create real sustainable change in your life. It's not just about like, here's a diet, see you later. You know what I mean? It's okay. What are your thoughts, your fears, like what are the life situations that you never really dealt with? Like tapping into that is very, very powerful too, and that's part of what we do in the program. But I don't know. But I'm happy that you have come so far, man, and that you are still sticking to this.
Yeah,
So.
my wife kind of challenged me on that one. So my wife told me, "I'll give you 6 months, you'll be back the way you were."
Oh, no.
Yeah, she told me that.
Maybe that's the real reason why I stuck to it. He's like, no.
Accept it.
She told me, after 6 months, you're gonna be back to where you were. I said, no, I'm not. I'm not going back.
Right.
I'm gonna be losing more. I'm gonna be lean.
Yeah.
And I proved it to her that hey, here I am.
And you are,
I'm
man.
trying.
Yeah.
I mean, I being my wife. I told her, you want to join my thing? I mean, I'll help you with the meal prep.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything. But said no, it's not for me.
Okay.
She might give her time.
Hey,
It'll come.
Yeah.
She said, I love to eat. Hey, me too. I love to eat. I eat
Yeah,
everything. But
yeah.
Who doesn't?
but again, sometimes you need to give up. Not everything is good for you, so you need to keep those things up.
One thing to kind of follow up on it, Rainier, one thing when you come to every session, you're one of the top guys here where I know you're going to help everyone by you. Like, just you're so, I'm kind of think of the word, just active with just pushing someone to their next level, making them feel good. Even anyone new, kind of showing them the ropes a little bit, especially if I'm with someone else. And you just do, I can commend you for that. You do that so well. And I always know when you're here, I'm like, man, Rainier's here, shit's going to go down. All right. When things need to go up, boom, you kick it up to second gear. When things need to be calm, you bring it right back calm. When things need to be technical, you get right into the technicality of things and you help people along the way with that. So I just want to say, awesome job when you're doing that.
Thank you.
Keep it up. You're a
Thank
great
you.
leader within. And you're an inspiration to us too, man. 56, getting stronger, leaner by the month, man. Every time you come in, I'm like, damn,
Hey,
goals
it's
right there, baby.
Yeah.
If Dale can do it, I can do it too.
Shout out to
I
Dale once again.
cannot be as strong as Dale.
Oh, Dale, you said, I guess
Yeah. Dale is like
Dale, you're an inspiration to everybody.
Once again.
He's my man. I'm telling you, every time I look at him, every time I work out with him, he's gonna come to the gym like, oh man, I cannot do this. I'm too old
God
for this.
damn it, Dale.
Then all of a
Then Dale
sudden,
proves it
there
wrong.
he is breaking the record.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. What's,
Dale
what's
owns
the
records.
secret? What's the
He
secret?
owns records in the gym.
Yeah.
He's 57 years old. Or is he 58 yet?
He has been newly nicknamed the GOAT.
Yeah,
He is.
That's it's as simple as that. Yeah, you can't really argue that.
You know, every time I come to the gym, the welcomeness of all the people working out is different.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. You know, like the friendship, the camaraderie, the brotherhood.
Yeah.
So strong. I mean, even I love it. Man. I love it.
Yeah.
That's why I love. I don't want to miss anything. Anytime as much as possible. If I can work out 7 days a week, I will work out 7 days a week.
Give me goosebumps,
Easy.
man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, serious. Because all the people, they welcome you, they work out with you, and the respect's there. Not because no one's showing off like, oh, I'm stronger than you, I got bigger muscle than you. No, it's not like that.
Right.
They're telling you if you're failing, they will tell you, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Go.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. That's what I like. They're kind of pushing me. Like yesterday, we did the challenge. At first, I never think I'm gonna do 50 pounds of dumbbell
Out of floor press,
yeah,
right?
No, 50 pounds. No, it's impossible.
Yeah.
And James told me you can do 55. Yeah, I think I can do it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
And I was just like, the last challenge on that one, it's like 40. I'm having a hard time.
Yeah.
Then yesterday I did 50. I think I can do 55, 60.
Dude,
Oh,
so
that's
fantastic.
it, man. That's
It's
what
so
it is.
fantastic.
Yeah,
It's
thanks to you
progress.
guys. I'm telling you, I'm very thankful to you guys. The three
Oh,
of
man.
you, between you, Chris, Ruben, and James. The coach, the coaching and everything.
Dude, that means so much, man.
Two thumbs up.
Yeah, it's something that we work very hard to make sure that because in a group setting, it gets very difficult to make sure people are doing what they need to do. So I feel like it's all of us collectively. We have to work together and say, okay, how could we make this better? How could we modify this? Should we do? How could we make it? Because if you go to most group training programs, and we talked about this on a past episode, it's kind of like come in and just kind of do these exercises, and you kind of do a circuit, and there's really no thought process behind it. Like that's something a lot of people don't realize or see is like behind the scenes how much work we put into this to say like, all right, how can we make this safer? How can we make it better? How can we help people reach their goals faster, but do it in a way where it's not going to damage their joints, where they can stay healthy and strong, and we can always just make this thing better. And so thank you for mentioning that. And also like as far as like something that we always preach and talk about is that this place is a home away from home for you guys. We want you to walk through these doors and feel like, man, I'm fucking home. Like this is my place.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. This is a home. It's my second home.
Ah man, that's
And I
so
encourage
awesome.
everyone watching this who wants to join the gym, don't look further. This is the gym to be.
Ah,
To be
man.
at. I'm telling you.
That's a pro. There you go.
I've been so many gyms. Don't go to those gyms. You're gonna pay $10, $15 a month or something like that. That might be doing training for hours and hours. This one, an hour, you're gonna be like sweating like crazy, and you're gonna be coming out of this gym sore.
Ah man, well thank you for saying that, brother.
Yeah.
That means so much.
Hey,
Now, what would you say? So before you started, were you saying to yourself, were you questioning, man, I'm 50 something years old, is this for me? Like, were you having those doubts about this place before you walked in?
Yes.
Okay.
I think every person will have doubts anyway, because unless you try something else.
Okay.
Unless you try it, yes.
And now, so what advice would you give to people that might be watching this? Maybe they are in their late 40s, 50s, maybe even 60s, that are having those doubts that you once had. Maybe they're considering training here, but they're having those doubts that maybe I can't do it, or it's not for me, or I'm out of shape. Like, what advice would you give them?
Well, first thing, this is the gym for all ages. That's what I'm going to say. Don't have doubts. Don't worry about because I'm old. I'm not as strong. Not as strong as before when you were younger. Yeah, just come to the place, and these coaches will tell you the right thing to do.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that's that I could say. They will tell you that whatever's good for you. Nothing's gonna be. We're not here to compete with somebody else.
Right.
We're here to gain muscle, to be healthy, and to get stronger.
That's awesome, man.
Well
That's
said.
awesome.
Well said.
Yeah. All right. So, Coach, do you have anything that you want to add?
Nothing, and I kind of just touch up on what you're saying, just no competing with everyone else. It's more of like you're here to be the best version of yourself. Maximize yourself no matter what age, and you're going to see results. And I think one of the best things that I've seen in the last 6 months is just the last couple years, is when guys are coming in, we're giving variations, you're getting stronger, but then seeing that physical change, not even just the strength, you're seeing the physical change of this, and it's great. It's the confidence, but you're coming in here, man, and I constantly say it boggles my mind, but I love it. You got Dale, you guys are in your 50s,
Lenny, Matt, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're back, you got abs, like all of that, and that is just from maximizing yourselves, hitting the sets that you need to do. Maybe it is a goblet squat or whatever it is, or maybe because your wrist is the incline push-up, but guess what, gains are being made, and that's always great to see.
Yeah. That's okay.
That's okay. We're live.
That's Ross
We're live.
Perot. That's
We're
Ross
live.
Perot.
My daughter's calling me.
Okay.
Yeah, I want my son-in-law to join the gym. To this gym.
Bring them
Yeah.
on.
That's awesome,
Let's
man.
get it done.
Now, but to add to that, and I think a huge misconception out there, and this kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier, where people are like, I need this program, or I need this special thing that with these specific exercises. People are always looking for what's going to get me the best result as fast as possible. Is it HIIT training? Is it CrossFit? Is it this? Is it that? What kind of diet? Is it paleo? Is it keto? Everybody has all these questions. None of that shit matters. The one thing that matters, and you are living proof of this,
Yes.
is consistency.
Yes.
Just be consistent. Don't program hop, don't diet hop, don't do that yo-yo dieting, you have to be consistent. And if you could find something, like Rainier, you found this place, this has helped you consistent, and because you enjoy it. Maybe you don't live around here. You have to find something for you that's going to keep you consistent, that's going to keep you on the right path, so you could keep making progress for the long term. And that is what I want people to understand, is that it doesn't necessarily matter, like, yeah, it's going to matter where you're not doing something that is stupid and is going to get you hurt. But at the same time, if you find something, it's the right coaches, the right facility, or even if you're just doing something on your own, and that might be, if you're really out of shape, going for a walk, doing push-ups, doing planks, doing bodyweight squats in your living room, do that every day and cut out sugar and flour, and you do that consistently, you're going to make changes to your physique. You're going to make, your blood work is going to improve. You're going to feel better. Inflammation is going to be down. It's just everything will get better as long as you are consistent with whatever it is that you're doing. So don't look for the next best thing. It just made me think of that when Ruben and you were saying that.
Yeah.
So
That's been a big key. You always show up.
Yeah,
No matter
man.
what.
Hey,
He's
it
here.
keeps me healthy. I don't have any blood pressure pill. I don't have diabetic pills to take. I don't have any maintenance pills that I take
That's awesome.
every day.
yeah,
At my age, usually some of my guys my age, they was like, man, my blood pressure is up. I have this cholesterol thing. I have diabetes. Hey, I don't have that. Thank
Yeah.
God, I don't have that yet.
yeah.
Legend.
Thank God, man. Well, Rainier, you are truly an inspiration to all of us, my man. You are 56 years young, and you are here kicking ass. And I just want to, thank you for putting your trust in us with your health, with your fitness, and just being someone who, like Ruben said, plays a leadership role. You're a savvy veteran now, man. It's time
I
flies.
love it when it's here.
But you're truly an inspiration, and you are the prime example of someone who could potentially change the lives of other people by you leading by example. Because you could preach to somebody, you could tell them to do something, but unless you are doing it yourself, nobody really gives a damn.
Yeah,
you know what I
right,
mean?
right.
So you're here, you're doing it, you're living it. And I want to acknowledge you for that, because I want, maybe you realize it, maybe you don't. But you are making an impact on other people's lives out there by you leading by example, my friend. 56 years old, somebody might be watching this at home, you might be the person who now gets them to start getting up and going for a walk or something like that, who's out of shape. So
Yeah.
Especially the person that fears the old age.
don't leave me hanging up here.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Well, guys, I hope that you enjoyed today's episode with my man Rainier, 56 years young and still kicking ass over here. So if you guys enjoyed today's show, if you know somebody who may need to hear Rainier's message today, please do us a favor, share this episode with them. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Chris Tutela, just subscribe to it. So this way you don't miss an episode. But share this video. That's the best way that we could really grow this show. So share it with somebody who needs to hear Rainier's message. If you have any questions for me, hit me up on Instagram. I'm at Chris_Tutela, Tutela. That's where I'm most active. Coach, where could these guys find you?
Guys, you can hit me up on Instagram as well, _Ruben, RUBEN, _Borges, BORGES. Ask away, ask any questions you need to know.
Rainier, can these guys find you anywhere? Yeah,
No.
He's top secret.
No.
If you want to find Rainier, you got to
Don't come to the gym. Yeah. Come here. Come to this gym.
Any final thoughts? Any message you want to leave people with? Any advice? Any tidbits that you want to
Again,
give them?
stay healthy. Start working out. Don't worry about the money. Just come to the gym. And again, gonna be the best thing you're gonna do to your life.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We will catch you next week on another episode of
TTS
Talk.
I know it. Catch you guys next week.